Training school on good laboratory practice, and because this is an emerging field, we've put a subtitle on it called Concepts of Good Laboratory Practice and How They Can Be Applied to Research in the Emerging Discipline of Nanosafety Assessment. So I'm just going to give a very brief introduction to what we're going to try and achieve today and what you can expect from the day and what we hope you will get out of the day, and then we'll get stuck into the real content. So first of all, I just thought I'd present, most of you have probably been here all week and so are quite familiar with what QNano is trying to do, but just very briefly, the infrastructure is really around developing and training in quality aspects of nanosafety assessment. So transnational access, I'm sure you've all heard about, and we hope you'll all be utilising in due course. The networking activities is what we're doing here today and what we've been doing all week. And the training element is an important part of the networking activities. And you may have seen that there's a form or survey we're asking you to fill out about sort of what you as the young researchers in the community feel you need training in. Because it's easy for us as senior researchers or supervisors to decide we think you should be trained in this, this or this. But in actual fact, you who are on the ground doing the research probably have a far better idea of what you would like to learn or what you'd like to know. So please fill out that survey either online or on paper and tell us what you'd like, and we'll do our best to develop modules to give you that. And then, of course, some joint research activities, and that's, at the end of the day, research is what we're all here and what motivates us all, so that's an important aspect too. So, we all know that there are lots of sort of roadblocks to commercialization of nanosafety or commercialization of nanotechnologies, and that's why we are researching here on nanosafety, to make sure that in parallel with the development of applications, we're making sure that these applications are going to be safe. So, and that there's currently lots of sources of scientific uncertainty, and I'm not going to touch on them now because they'll come out a bit more during the day. But really, I want to just tell you, the purpose of today really is to give you guys, the students, a grounding in the basics of good laboratory practice, to present you with some of the challenges that nanomaterials present and how we can still begin to apply the principles of GLP anyway, even though it's quite challenging. And then you're going to have some practical example of a GLP principled study on nanomaterials. And finally then, we're hoping to be able to provide you with ongoing support as you develop your own research protocols and research methods. So by the end of today, you should have a good understanding of the reasons why GLP is important, the principles of GLP, how the application of GLP and how to be compliant with GLP, and how experimental protocols become agreed test methods, which are one of the foundations of GLP, and then aspects of quality assurance and additional aspects related to multi-site studies, which introduce a whole new set of challenges. And then building on this knowledge base, we'll start to develop an appreciation for how to actually design experiments to be compliant at the moment with the spirit of GLP, because there are, as you know, an absence of some of these agreed test methods. And then we'll do some practical training on the contents of a GLP study and a study plan and a study report. Beyond today, the QNano partners, as I said, their remit really is to develop GLP and best practice for nanosafety assessment. So building on what we learned today, we are planning a second hands-on workshop on the development of protocols, standard operating procedures, study plans, etc. next year. And linked to that then, if any of you are inspired after today to go out and try and develop some study plans that might be GLP compliant or SOPs, the researchers in QNano who have expertise in this will have volunteered their services to help you or to review your study plans and to help you get those optimized. And that in that way then you're also contributing to the development of best practice for nanosafety assessment. And one of the things that QNano can do then is to support you in the development of those and even some testing of them in round robins if you wish. So just briefly to put up some of the links and how you can get in touch with us if you want to, and you can follow us on Twitter, of course. And then just before we get started, really just to thank everybody who's helped me and all of you to be here today. So obviously we have to thank Inge Nellison from Vito, who has been very active in helping us prepare the hands-on aspects of it for today. She unfortunately couldn't be here with us today, but she has given us all our materials, and she will be happy to help with follow-up questions people may have afterwards. Then of course the team from NILU who are here, Maria Dusinska, Yegohandar Pothula and Anna Hook, who will be very involved in the hands-on elements today as well. Michael Riedeker and Mila Bender from IST. Michael is here. He's the coordinator of the Nano Impact Net project, which QNano is sort of a development and an expansion of, and he's also involved very much in supporting the training aspects of QNano. And then of course my team here in UCD, without whom I would be an absolute quivering mess in a corner. So Anya, Andre, Louise and Kenneth have obviously helped an awful lot with just the logistics and making sure we're all here. And then our very distinguished external speakers who have come. So we've got Marie O'Mahony from the Irish National Accreditation Board and Phil Withers from Eureka Limited. And finally, and of course, our funding, which comes in this case from the QNano grant, so from FP7. So, and obviously I have to flash that up. And then I'm going to briefly hand over to Maria, who's going to tell you a little bit about what you can expect in the practical sessions, and then we'll get started with the real material of the day. So I hope you'll enjoy it an awful lot. We do look forward to your feedback, because if there's anything we can do to make these sessions better, please tell us, so we will. And with that, I'll hand you to Maria. So.
Thank you, Iseult, and good morning, everybody. We are very happy to see you here, and it's amazing because there was a long week and you must be very tired. So we will try to play with you a little bit and take it easy way, and do a combination of giving you knowledge from our experts in GLP, and also from our own experience in NILU, where we are now building GLP laboratory, and it's a long process, so it's painful and also quite funny sometimes. So we will give you our experience and also warning that what you can expect. But also on our experience of these first studies which are performed following GLP. In not very experienced laboratory, we would give you some example and homework to practice yourself. So we will have 2 lectures where you will have an overview of all knowledge and or basic knowledge in this field, and then we will give you study plan, and you already have this study plan here, and also all documents or examples of documents which are needed for performing study, and we would like you to be in groups 4 or 5 to a little bit work on critical phases and crucial and important points needed for study plan. This will be at the morning, and then after lunch we will have another more practical and challenging kinds of lectures, what is really important for GLP in nano, because this is very new area and it's not officially, as far as I know, established, and that's up to us now how we will take this important issue. And then we will continue with practical session looking on study report. So you have your documents here, and I hope that that will be kinds of guide for you to think, and also we are looking forward of your ideas and how we can improve quality in nano safety research. So thank you. I hope we will have very challenging and interesting day.